Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, to Forever Thin, aka Sean Mackin, which is me. I wanted to share us today about what Forever Thin really is. Welcome to the lovely artwork of my son, my 2-year-old. And he's also continued that artwork onto the doors, and it is what it is. We're going to remodel anyway, so I don't even care. Anyway, back to the purpose of Forever Thin. Now, I figured, hey, if I'm building this brand, I need to make some, definite points on what my brand is about. And as you've seen in my landing page or my website, losing weight for good. Okay, and it's kind of a bold statement to say losing weight for good, but my prayer that I pray every day for my clients is that I will be the last weight loss coach you would ever need. And the reason is because of intuitive eating. And Forever Thin is all about intuitive eating, learning to listen to your body, to enjoy and fuel yourself. And I did this Instagram reel today. And it was about this girl said, okay, like put your fingers down if you've ever done this. And you've seen that before. Those kind of things before. And what she was mentioning was if you've cried when you see videos of soldiers come home, if you've cried when you see puppies getting killed in a movie or animals getting killed in a movie, if you cry during this, and that. And so I redid that reel, except I added my own points to it. And the thing about intuitive eating, and this is the number one baby step / probably the biggest baby step in the whole idea and concept of intuitive eating, is eating when you're truly hungry. And in the steps of the reels, I talked about people. I said, how many people eat when they feel the emotion from something like this? And that is so true. I remember sad things happened all of a sudden when I was in mourning, when I was in, maybe almost a little depressed state. I turned to food. It is what it is. It was because I didn't want to face the stuff I was feeling. I didn't want to face my true emotions in losing my family members, in losing or experiencing sad situations going on. I can imagine people in 2020, at that time of 2020, I'm sure I saw this all over the place, left and right. People were either hot or cold. People either did they thrived because they realized that they were not taking care of their life, and then they went ahead and started taking care of their life. Their immunity got up, their health got up. I have family members who lost so much weight during the pandemic because of being laid off, which probably also made them realize how miserable they were in their real life. But then I had other people, and I've seen other people who gained a tremendous amount of weight because they felt like their livelihoods were taken away. And so there was this hot and cold kind of situation, right? And when we go through different emotions, we either go one direction or another. And I know for myself, I go towards the weight gain section and the mindless eating section instead of the focusing on myself and dealing with my issues and filling myself with positive things and fueling myself with things that serve me rather than not serving me. And so when I came to the point where I saw that I has been the biggest I've ever been in my life, and I was done with that life, I was done with this not being mindful of myself. I was done with doing things that made me look great but didn't change me internally. I was over it. And I think that was the start of me creating Forever Thin. I was on a journey looking for weight loss for good. And So I found intuitive eating. And eating when you're hungry versus eating when you're emotional is paramount to losing weight. And not just that, it's also choosing to listen to your body versus listening to the voices of others. And even in marketing, we're not going to make laws that are going to stop marketers from using their scientific proven facts to make people want to eat their food from like marketing for McDonald's or fast food restaurants or even regular restaurants. Because you know that they advertise for Outback and for Applebee's and Red Robin and all of those ones too. So when I talk about eating when you're hungry, I mean, when is your body truly hungry? When you know your soul says, I need to eat. And with talking about this, that is what is the first problem with every other diet. I have done intermittent fasting, and a lot of people are like, oh, I did intermittent fasting and it worked great for a period of time. Well, yeah, it worked great for a period of time because you were following the plan that they gave you. You were not following your body. Jenny Craig worked for a great period of time. Nutrisystem worked for a great period of time. Weight Watchers worked for a great period of time. Yeah, absolutely. They all work for a great period of time. But when you hit the plateau, when you hit your body set weight, is when the real challenge comes. Is this filling your life? When it comes to weight loss, you're going to hit plateaus. Now, they might not be for very long, and some people, it might feel like they don't really hit a plateau, which is cool, I guess, and great for those people. But for most people, we hit a plateau. We hit multiple plateaus where weight loss slows for a period of time. I just now went through another 10-pound drop of weight, and I was kind of stuck for, I want to say, about a month, maybe a month and a half at like 190 pounds. And then New Year happened and I went boop down like 10 pounds out of nowhere in like 2 weeks. It was crazy. And I was really excited, right? But what about when I hit that plateau when I was at the 40-pound weight at my 40-pound weight loss? Now I'm at my 50, which is awesome. But when I was at my 40 and I hit that plateau, how did I make it through that? And it's because my diet fueled my life. My diet added value to everything else in my life. And the things that I eat now, it's not to lose weight. It's because they're things that serve me. They're foods that actually fill my body. I eat when I'm truly hungry. So most mornings I'm hungry first thing in the morning, right? I know a lot of people who aren't really hungry, like my mom. She's not really hungry until like noon. And so she doesn't eat at 8 o'clock in the morning like I do. My father, on the other hand, he's like me. I obviously came out a little bit more like him. He's hungry first thing in the morning. I'm hungry first thing in the morning. My husband is not hungry first thing in the morning. We're all different. And so when it comes to this idea of intermittent fasting, a lot of people are sacrificing the time that they're truly hungry, and it doesn't last during the plateau. It doesn't last during the time when there is no weight loss because their life was not being filled by the diet. And that's when I say it's not you who failed the diet. The diet failed you. It didn't mesh with your life. And 95% of diets fail, like all the time. That means that only 5% of people actually find true lasting success through a diet. And that's because only the diets really filled only 5% of people. My program is not a one size fits all. It's you learning how to coach yourself. And this is what I told my fourth graders when I was a teacher. I said, look, a teacher doesn't give you knowledge. A teacher gives you the tools for you to learn yourself. And that's how I view coaching. Coaching is the same as teaching. And I said, look, guys, I'm your coach. I'm not your teacher. I am not just your teacher. I am your coach, encouraging you and leading you and guiding you into the knowledge you need to get into 5th grade. That's what I tell them. They're like, what? Miss Mackin? What? That's so inspiring. Now I feel like I need to do my homework. That's what they would say. It was pretty great. They are cute kids. Anyway, so that is my goal even with you. I can't give you a plan. I can give you the steps. I can give you the tools, but how you implement and use the tools is on you. Okay, how you think about the tools is your choices. And so when it comes to taking these 5 baby steps, if you want the 5 baby steps, click on the description box below and you can, click into it and get the baby steps that way. And the purpose, though, is for you to take ownership of your life. It's for you to take ownership on what fuels you. I'm tired of seeing people, having these mental problems and having depression because they're not fueling themselves, and they go to these people for these people to make them feel better, but people can't make you feel better. And I think there's so much power in ourselves. And I can't speak on behalf of people who are in mental hospitals or anything, but I'm talking about the general public. The general public who's facing a huge depression state right now. And it makes sense why. Our entire lives were flipped upside down, it seems like overnight 2 years ago, and we're just still trying to get back into normal. And it's difficult. It's challenging. And while we can go ahead, sit and complain about the people who made things the way that they are, we also can say, you know what, I'm going to do what I can to get out of this at the same time, because this is not fueling me. So, I understand. That's all I got for you. I got it. And this is Forever Thin. Forever Thin is just making it real. It's making it real reality for you. And, when it comes to even Jenny Craig, I remember Jenny Craig wanting me to eat 6 times a day. Okay. Intermittent fasting is like the opposite. And I look back now and I can say, if I wanted to, I could go back and do those programs and I'd probably lose weight. And now I wouldn't gain it back. Because it's not about the plan. It's about our thoughts. And Forever Thin is about giving you thoughts that serve you. It's taking away the plans and trusting this person. I mean, I want you to trust me, right? Obviously. But it's like removing the security blanket we can have towards these different industries. I want you to have power for yourself. I want you to feel empowered that you can lose the next 5 pounds. With the tools that I gave you in this PDF of the 5 baby steps to becoming Forever Thin, I'm giving you the tools for you to take power and ownership back into your life. And so that's all I got for you today, guys. I'm looking at my little notes here, and I feel like we talked about the plateau, didn't we? Yeah, we did, absolutely. And then I also we've talked about motivation in my previous videos as well, and living your life. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Until next time, friends, I will see you later.